y'all, welcome back to The Bachelor The Morning After. I am Zuri Hall, and this is Ashley Iaconetti Haibon.
Hey!
Hey! So we are going to get into it. We've got to break down everything from Kelly being sent home and everything that went down with Victoria F. Let's start with Madison.
Okay.
I feel like she is just winning at life on this show.
There's just like, I've never witnessed a season where there's only one. Yeah. There's only one right choice here, and that's Madison.
She makes it seem like they seem so effortless together.
So effortless.
Clear winner from like day one. It seemed like he was into her.
She's easy to watch.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the times, like the girls, they're not easy to watch. Yeah. She's just like so comfortable in her skin.
Right. It doesn't seem like she's forcing it at all. So what do you think when Peter was like, "I'm falling in love with you. Can we do hometown?" You're like, yeah. This makes sense.
Yeah, this makes total sense. But you know what's interesting? She didn't say it first.
Right. That's key. That's good.
This is so different because normally they respond. If like you get a response where they're like, "I'm falling in love with you too," that's like a big deal.
Right.
But for him to say it and her not to say it.
Right.
She just said it makes me happy to hear that.
I wonder, do you think that's her like playing coy a little bit or just being genuinely like, "I'm not there yet," which in history makes a man want even more.
Either way, it's gonna work.
Yeah, it is working. Keep doing what you're doing, Maddie. You're doing great, sweetie. What do you think about her bringing up her faith and talking about how important that is to her? I was kind of surprised because that's not a thing they talked about yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that she went this long without talking about it, but I guess she was probably waiting for like a good private moment.
Right.
She's not gonna like drop that on him at a group date where she has 10 minutes.
Right.
I think it went over well.
The fact that Peter said
that
my faith isn't as strong as I'd like it to be, could that cause problems?
Definitely, but I think that all she wanted to hear in that moment is that he's excited to become more faithful with her.
Oh, y'all better take your
I know, that's cute, right? Isn't that cute?
Yes, I think it's so cute. So in the super tease at the end, she basically reveals like she's waiting for marriage. She doesn't reveal it to Peter.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, I have to tell him this. And then there's this moment where it seems like Peter admits to being intimate with someone who's not her, while she implied that if that happened, it was going to be a major problem. Do we foresee fireworks?
Yeah, we see a lot of drama. I think that we haven't seen a lot of Madison throughout the season, which has been unfortunate because they had such a strong connection, but I think it's because the last couple episodes are going to be so predominantly about her. Yeah. I think that he is going to have a hard time with the "I want to wait till I'm married" thing because we see that he's been a really sexual guy. He has sex 4 times at a windmill.
Never forget.
I feel like I remember him saying somewhere along the lines about like how important sex is in a relationship with him, and I don't know if he's the kind of guy that is going to be okay with like not exploring that chemistry until marriage, which to each their own, totally. But yeah, I think this is going to be a major problem with Madison, and I think this is where his mom's she's God's plan for you plays in. The mom is definitely crying over Madison.
You think
There's no way that she's crying over a girl that she's met for one day. I think that she met Madison week 1, and she has been daydreaming about her son and Madison the entire time.
Okay, because I was wondering who in the world could move his mom to tears like that.
It's gotta be her, and I think that shot, and I watched the super tease a couple times, I think that shot is from like when the parents come and have lunch with the final 2.
Okay.
And I think they probably expressed some doubts over like that situation, and then she's like, "Oh heck no, you are not leaving her."
You're your girl.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. And then I think that's also kind of the best thing to have happen though, right? When the girl runs away, like it almost feels even like a Cassie moment where it's like, no, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
It makes you want to fight even harder.
Yeah.
And it's normally when you come close to losing someone that you realize maybe they're worth the wait. So
that's how I got a ring.
Boom. Boom. Take notes, y'all. Okay? You trying to get that right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, the chase is real.
It really is. So we'll see what happens with him and Madison. and Natasha. She got her first one-on-one date. Peter sent her home. What do you think about their chemistry in general? Was there chemistry? They definitely seemed like friends, and I think he really respected her a lot. And I liked her personality. I don't know how much they vibed on like a sexual tension, flirty, romantic chemistry.
I'll just say ditto to that because I really like Natasha. I hope she's in paradise because her personality is fantastic.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's pretty obvious that she and Peter like weren't gonna make it.
And what about Kelsey?
Kelsey,
is she top 3? She is the dark horse.
She is the darkest of horses.
I did not see coming, and I love it.
I thought, based on like the drama week 2 with Champagne Gate, I was like, I was like, first off, Hannah Ann in that controversy was so ahead of Kelsey, and now Kelsey has come ahead of Hannah Ann, I would say. Me too.
Especially because we talked about this back then, how we felt like Kelsey was getting this bad rap for being emotional, being upset for good reason. She'd had all these plans for her and Peter and the champagne. I love to see that they're not sticking to this narrative of, oh, she's crazy, she's like overly emotional and dramatic and whatever. Like, no, she's a normal girl who got worked up because some bull happened.
Yes, she got over the hump. I'm really proud of her. He responds so well to emotion.
We saw a new side of Kelsey, no drama. Do we feel like she might be one of the final 2 even? I see a Kelsey Madison top 2.
Okay, so I feel like Victoria F might be ahead of Kelsey because even like though things are never easy for them, he continues to like have this gravitational pull towards her.
For sure.
Yeah, so I would say that like he may know that Kelsey's better for him, but he just has this thing that we may not understand with Victoria.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. It's time for Throwing Shade.
All right.
We're going to break down the shadiest moments of the night.
It's like you're attacking me for asking
I'm not
me
attacking
questions.
you.
Yeah, but in a way you are.
So Victoria F and Peter were talking. She got upset and he wasn't having it. I was actually really impressed with how he shut it down and kind of stood his ground with that one.
I was so impressed at how cool he stayed. If somebody was like, you're just in a mood every time I'm with you,
Right. Exactly.
I would be like, okay, the car is over there.
Yeah, but I think that shows you just how much, to your point, he really feels her because it's not like, okay, well, screw you.
Yeah.
Bye. It's,
let's work it through.
okay, well, let's try to figure this out. I'm like, oh my God, he might be sprung.
I know.
I mean, she's a gorgeous girl.
I know.
I get it. They clearly have some sort of chemistry. But I was kind of also impressed, maybe shocked with how she just gave him that energy and was like, basically like, you need to get it together.
I know.
Fix your face when you're around me.
I know, it was so sassy.
Yeah.
But it turned around quickly when she started crying, and when but you're right, this is definitely the shadiest moment of the episode. But she turned it around when she said, like, I think I get like this and so defensive because I'm just scared I'm gonna get down to the final 2 and it's not gonna be me.
Yeah. Which is probably true.
It could be.
Honestly.
I thought last week she genuinely wasn't that into him.
Yeah.
But if she's reacting like this still, then maybe.
Maybe that is it. I did believe her sort of revealing her fear about not getting him in the end and actually having opened herself up to having him.
It's a pretty genuine fear.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the heartache that comes from that?
Exactly, like actually putting yourself all the way out there.
Yeah.
And someone picks someone else.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens with them. Okay, so when he ended up keeping her, were we shocked by that? Because I wasn't.
Oh no.
I felt like they were building up that whole Kelly moment. Like,
oh
I'm
yeah,
an attorney. What are these other girls? They don't do anything.
Wait, that was shady too.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that.
100%.
Yeah.
I was like, pride comes before the fall. They're showing way too
I
much
said,
of
it's like, this is the story of hubris.
Yeah.
Where's Icarus?
100%. Exactly. And I was like, there's no way she doesn't go home now.
Oh yeah,
So.
absolutely not. I knew Victoria would definitely stay over Kelly no matter what. I cannot. I was debating this with a friend yesterday. She said she thought that she was being honest by like being like, I am better than these girls. I am a lawyer. And I was like, no, that was like, she was equating her character to her job. Yeah. and she was saying that like she's better than the other girls because of her occupation.
Yeah.
And I was not okay with that.
That felt definitely snobbish.
And
And
snotty.
it felt like she was looking down on these girls because of what they did or didn't do. And so in that sense, yeah, I was like, okay, she has to go home. Because she's just obnoxious at that point. Like, that's an obnoxious thing to say.
And
That-
Kelly, we were rooting for you.
Right.
We were rooting
I
for the
love her. I
entire
think
time.
She's beautiful. She's older. She has a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants. I think she just tooted that horn a little bit too much. Like, let us toot that for you. Like, we see it. You don't have to overly sell it. Because then you just look like a not nice person.
Precisely.
So, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to do a fun round of roses or thorns. So if we like the moment, we'll give it a rose. If we didn't like it, it gets a thorn.
It sucks it didn't work out, you know. Figure out the things you need to figure out.
Okay, Hannah Ann writing Peter that long note telling him how she feels. Rose.
Rose. Oh yeah, Rose, because I think that was like her best effort so far. I like the letter. Did you not?
I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
I was looking for more, I guess, specific things. It was like, I like you because you're you, and that's the best thing to be. And I was like, cool, so what does that mean? But I like the thought behind it. I do think that was genuine, and that was a really long list. So she sat there for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know what's so interesting is that Kelsey and Hannah Ann are now best friends.
Are now best friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, like, she ran up to her. They've been having all the girl chats together.
That is an interesting point. I don't know. I guess at this point it's what, only 5? Well, now 4 girls left.
Yeah.
So you just start to bond with whoever you start to bond with. The fact that it's your former
enemy.
That's kind of how it goes, though.
I know.
We all have that one really good friend who's like, remember when we hated each other?
Yeah.
So maybe
I
that's
agree. Yeah.
Peter sending Kelly home.
Rose. Yeah, it was time. They didn't have the connection. She basically told him 2 weeks ago that she wasn't that into. Well, well, she was like, "I'm having fun. I'm not losing my mind over this."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't know if we're like if we're catching up with the rest."
With where everyone else is going.
Coming.
Exactly.
Although we've liked her up until this episode.
Totally.
And I'll like her after this episode too. She just needs to come back
It
to
was
paradise.
just a moment. That just wasn't a good moment for her. Maybe they didn't add all the other stuff she said that made that seem less obnoxious.
Maybe,
I like
probably, and at the same time, it was a moment. Everybody's allowed to have one.
Yeah. Okay. Hannah Ann sobbing after being given the rose. Thorn.
Thorn.
I was just confused.
Thorn, because I was like, oh my God, wait.
Yeah.
Do I have to rewind this? Did I miss it? Did she just get eliminated?
So sudden.
I know. But also, I get how you can be like, if you're the built up, how you cry afterward. It's like one time I thought I lost my sister in the Puerto Rican airport, and it was 45 minutes she was missing. And then I was not crying, and then like I saw her and I started sobbing.
You can like let it out. Because at first you have to just stay together so you can focus on doing what you got to do.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's it. When Peter left, she could be like, okay. Kelly calling the other girls, quote, little babies in her limo ride.
Little baby. Yeah, I didn't like that. That's a thorn.
Yeah, I think the thorn was just the overall vibe of that. Like, little babies just goes right into like all of the slight name calling and talking down. So. Peter saying his heart is broken in the super tease. I mean, that's a thorn for me. I just don't want anyone to have a broken heart. I don't know how literal that is or how dramatic it is for the sake of the show, but
it's no. It's a thorn, of course, because it's sad.
Thorn,
but it's definitely like, are you heartbroken because you had to let a girl go? That sounds like I had to let a girl go, and I'm heartbroken.
Like it's tough. Like,
it's tough.
Okay,
all right, but
maybe
I don't know. Should we speculate? Should we spend this last 2 minutes speculate what's happening?
I think his heart is breaking over Madison. I think it's Maddie related. I think she's the one who's gonna almost get away, and all of that drama is based on getting the girl back.
I think the reason why this season is spoiler free is because he's gonna have to spend the off season getting the girl back. I think that he sleeps with another girl, totally messes up Madison. He's not sure if he wants to wait till marriage, and they have to sort all this out with more weeks than just
then what they have to shoot this show. I could see that. Okay, who do we think he sleeps with? Kelsey.
Ooh.
Oh no, or Victoria F. They have a lot of, but they just are so all over the place. I feel like they have to stop fighting long enough to like vibe at that level. I think him and Kelsey have a really good connection. The chemistry's there. It seems like a natural next step for like Peter.
It does seem like a natural next step for them, to be honest. It's so like highly intense.
Exactly. They're so emotional together.
What if he sleeps with both?
Oh my god.
Both.
Scandal.
Yeah, both of the remainers.
It's just not Madison. I would leave too.
Yeah.
If I was Maddie and I'd articulated that.
Yeah.
And then not only do you do it with one, but two, pure speculation, obviously. That would hurt.
Can we say just that last season with Luke P, he was upset about it and it all got very sloppy.
It's gonna get sloppy.
So, see, it'll be interesting the way that this one unfolds.
Okay, we shall see. And them showing Peter's mom crying in the super tease. Is it really gonna live up to the hype?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I really think she's telling him to go get Maddie.
Go get Maddie.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's some fan theories floating that his mom could be crying about Hannah B. And I'll be honest, I did think that for half a second.
I thought that at the beginning of the
Keeps
season.
returning, like she returns. So I thought she might do it again.
Yeah, I don't think she's crying over her anymore. I did think possibly 50-50. That was the case earlier in the season when we saw that.
Okay.
But I think Hannah is far gone.
That's behind.
Yeah. She says that she's single.
Yeah.
And I know other things that allude to her not. She's not.
Do we need to cut these cameras off?
No, she's not. This girl doesn't come back for Peter.
Okay.
And then I have a third comment. Oh, yes. There's another rumor that the mom is crying over his producer.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, because him and the producer are secretly like...
Yeah, apparently, another one of the big intense online rumors that he ends up with one of the producers.
What?
And Ben and I really speculate on this episode of our podcast that it's a possibility, because when I asked my producer friend about it, I actually didn't ask. I just sent a screenshot and with some laughing emojis because I thought it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, like a joke.
And then my producer friend responded by saying it's all over the internet. He didn't deny it. Deny it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Well, then we're gonna need a spin-off because I need to see how this plays out. And so, I refuse to let you do this in private, Peter. We need to get our happy ending. Okay, well, we'll see. Well, that's this episode. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, guys. So if you liked that,
Like
And subscribe.
boom.